It feels like every single app on your phone wants to be an ecosystem these days. But what does that even mean for a stock trading platform? We're used to them just being simple tools, right, for buying and selling? Well, a recent upgrade from FutureX is challenging that whole idea, and they're building something way bigger. Let's break down how they're doing it.
So that's the big question, isn't it? How does a simple trading app grow up to be more than just a tool? And the answer isn't just about cramming in more features. Nope. It's about completely rethinking the relationship between the platform and you, the user.
For FutureX, their whole approach really boils down to three core ideas: building on a solid foundation of trust, giving you direct access to global markets, and creating a real community built around sharing value. So let's dive into what each of those actually means, starting with the most important one.
Look, when it comes to finance, nothing, and I mean nothing, matters more than trust. We're not talking about a fancy-looking app. We're talking about the deep, structural security that's working hard behind the scenes.
And the bedrock of that trust, it's all about compliance. FutureX went out and secured two really critical U.S. licenses. You've got the MSB license, which is super important for anti-money laundering stuff. But the real game changer for your security is the SEC license from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission.
See, that SEC license comes with a non-negotiable rule that is the ultimate safeguard for your money. It's called third-party custody. Now, I know that sounds a little technical, but stick with me, because understanding this is absolutely key to knowing how your money is protected.
Let's make this super simple. Without this protection, it's kind of like handing your cash to a shopkeeper who just stuffs it in his own pocket. You just have to trust him. But with third-party custody, your money goes into a locked safe supervised by a bank. The shopkeeper, in this case the platform, literally cannot touch it.
So what does this actually mean for you? Well, first, it means your funds are kept totally separate from the company's own money, which makes it physically impossible for them to misuse it. And for complete peace of mind, every single transaction can be verified on the regulator's official website. That is the kind of transparency that builds real trust.
Okay, so with that foundation of trust completely locked in, let's talk about the next pillar FutureX built right on top of it, giving you powerful but simple access to the markets.
We're talking about two of the biggest markets on the planet, the United States and Hong Kong. And you can now get to both of them from just a single account. But here's the thing. The real innovation isn't just that you can trade, it's how you trade. The whole system is designed from the ground up for stable and secure access, tackling two of the biggest worries for any global investor: complexity and risk. So here's how they've simplified the journey. It all starts with one account. That's it. From there, you get access to both US and Hong Kong stocks. Your trades go through super fast on a low latency engine, and the whole time you're protected by risk controls that are built right in. The goal is to make global investing feel easy without ever cutting corners on security.
All right, on to the third pillar. This is where that whole ecosystem idea really comes alive. This is about moving past trading all by yourself and plugging into a community. They're doing this with a totally revamped copy trading system that they're calling a value-sharing ecosystem. You can just think of it as a two-way street where both the seasoned pros and the newcomers can get something valuable out of it.
So if you're a new investor, or maybe you're just too busy to watch the markets all day, this is a huge deal. It massively lowers the barrier to entry because you get to learn from the strategies of pros. But, and this is so important, you are always in the driver's seat. You keep full control, setting your own investment limits and your own stop-loss points. The final call is always yours.
And what about the professional traders? Well, they can earn extra income and build up their personal brand by sharing what they know. But it's not a free-for-all. The platform has a strict vetting process that's focused on smart risk control, not just flashy high-risk returns. They're looking for seasoned experts, not gamblers. So with these three pillars, trust, access, and community all set up, what's next? Well, it turns out the platform has a very clear vision for where this is all going. This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? It's their entire philosophy. In an industry that's obsessed with just tacking on more features, the focus here is on building smart tech on top of that rock-solid foundation of security and compliance. This roadmap shows that today's upgrade is really just the beginning. Coming up next is an AI assistant that will help you monitor risk in real time. And looking even further down the road, the big goal is a personalized smart advisor that can manage a portfolio based on your own unique goals.
And that's the destination, really, to build a financial service that is smarter, more personalized, and designed completely around what the user actually needs, whether you're a total beginner or a seasoned pro.
So all of this leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about. As our financial tools get more and more intelligent, how is our own role as investors going to change? Are we going to start relying on them completely, or will they just empower us to become even better decision makers? That's definitely something to chew on.